The campaign war chests of more than a half dozen state lawmakers are a little fuller tonight after a slew of exclusive campaign fundraisers just steps away from the Capitol on this one of the busiest fundraising nights of the year.
Now, it's a common practice during session in Albany, but is it right? Capitol reporter Kimberly Howard tracked down some of the lawmakers hosting and attending these events, and she joins us now. Kimberly, what did they say?
Well, listen, Greg, it was difficult to get any of these lawmakers to speak with me on camera at all. But if good government groups had their way, there would be some restrictions on what they say is becoming more and more common here in Albany.
As work inside the Capitol winds down for the day, lawmakers turn their attention to re-election. We found at least 7 campaign fundraisers for assembly members and senators in Albany Monday night, many of them just steps away from where the decisions are made.
It's not even like shooting fish in the barrel, right? It's like shooting fish on the ground.
It can cost hundreds of dollars a person just to get in the door. For Senator Kathy Young's fundraiser, she's now the chair of the Senate Finance Committee, $1,000.
The higher the amount, the more powerful the legislator.
The events are typically attended by lobbyists or other people with an interest in what happens inside the Capitol.
They're hoping to buy access. That's what they're hoping to buy with their campaign contributions or their clients' campaign contributions. It really is as close to a system where you're giving money for votes as you can get.
Several lawmakers who attended and hosted the events Monday night refused to talk to me on camera about the common practice. But when I asked Senator Neil Breslin, he was clear. He sees nothing wrong.
I don't think there's anything inherently evil about the process.
What is this money paying for?
Really, it's different groups paying money to support a particular candidate or a cause. They might think that he's for fresh water or for environmental issues. And if it's an environmental cause, you want to make sure that person, if you have a company that's supporting the environment, you want to make sure that that legislator stays in, so you support them.
I mean, when you're talking about that kind of money, isn't there a concern that there could be some sort of special interest that's going into this?
I think it's always a concern, and it approaches sometimes the appearance of an impropriety. But if I would suggest most of the legislators I know, both Republican and Democrat, they're not influenced. There's contributors to their campaign. They're kind of oblivious to that, and they are large sums of money. But their job is to make the right decisions and support the proper legislation.
Now, there have been proposals floated to limit this practice in some way, whether it be by what individual lobbyists can contribute or how close to the Capitol these fundraisers can be held, if they can be held during session at all. So far, none of those measures have been successful. Live at the Capitol Bureau, Kimberly Howard, CBS 6 News.